Hi there, everyone. Welcome to day 3 of the Figuring Out Your Purpose and Core Message. Those of you who have done day 1 and 2, absolutely awesome. Well done. Love that you've actually taken action with this, that you're owning it, that you're using it to really move yourself forward. And as I've mentioned in the past, this is really key to figuring out who you are, what you're about, what you stand for in life, because people see how you show up. If you're really clear on what's important to you about life, and you can connect that with whatever business you're doing, and generally just in life in general, right, it makes you far more powerful in terms of your presence, because you've got to know what you're about for other people to know what you're about. And equally, you need to be clear on that message and that thing that you're telling to the world, so people can buy into it and believe it. So we've talked about this before, but it is absolutely essential. And I hope that now that we've done 2 days already, you're starting to see actually how this helps you to get clearer on it, to get more specific on it. And we're going to be looking at how you actually share it even better and more clearly in the days coming up. So what I want to do today is I want to look at the things that trigger you, the things that wind you up, the things that drive you mad, because it's actually often easier to look at what we don't want in life rather than what we do want in life. It's something that kind of growing up, we're actually almost almost taught to look at just by the way people behave. We look at what we don't want rather than what we do want. So we're quite often away from, in terms of like, we're running away from the stick instead of chasing carrots. And most of us operate in that way, whether we're aware of it or not. So today, what we're doing is we're going to get really clear on the things that trigger you in life, the things that you know you don't want in life, the things that really frustrate you and kind of get you going in life. And then we're going to flip that to the opposite, so that you're really clear on, if this is not what you want, this is what you do want. So it's just digging deeper. It's going that one like next layer down in terms of what you're about, what you stand for, what you love, what you hate, and how then you're going to share that with your world, and how that links to your business and your values at your absolute core. So today you need to just grab a piece of paper, or of course you can do this in the Facebook group Dream Catchers, because I'd love to see what you have to say and what you think. And you're going to just draw a line down your piece of paper, and first you're going to write what triggers me at the top. Terrible writing, I apologize. What triggers me at the top, and list them. Boom, 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 boom. So I would have things like there on like what triggers me: people making excuses, people being flaky, people not showing up for things, people saying that they're going to do something and then changing their mind and not having a really good excuse for it. Boom, 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 boom. Right, it can be massive. And I'm sure yours, we all have loads of things that trigger us and that we don't like about life. So I'm sure that you can make a really big list, a really comprehensive list on that side of what triggers you. Once you've filled that out, so once you've got your ding, 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 so once you've got all your little things, you then move across to the second side of the second column, which is, if this is what you don't want, then what do you want? So if, for example, you don't want lots of flaky people in your life, what you do want is to be around focused, conscious people. See the difference? So you're right here, I want to be around focused, conscious people. And once you've written that, you then literally cross out that first one, because we don't need that anymore. So I want you to go down that, do both lists. First, what triggers you? Boom, 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 boom. Then, well, what's the opposite of that? So if this is what you don't want, what do you want? You write it on, you cross out the negative. Does that make sense? I hope that's super clear. It may sound really simple, but as you go, you're going to think of things that you hadn't thought about before, and you'll be like, oh gosh, that makes sense. And like, why am I putting up with that in my life? If I know that that frustrates me, if I know that that triggers me, what can I actually do to change that? So a perfect example is, if you're around lots of flaky people, what do you want to do to change it? You know you want to be around people who are more focused, who do what they say. Well, you've got 2 options. You can either talk to the people who you feel are being flaky, and that might mean totally different things to you than it does to me. And you can say, hey, like, this is what I keep feeling. This is how it, when you behave like this is how it feels for me. So you can have those honest conversations about it, or you can start changing who you spend your time with. There's always options. There's no such thing as not enough resources, only unresourcefulness. So if you're not coming up with ideas, it just means that you're not in a resourceful space. Move your body, stretch, sit up straight, take some deep breaths, and you'll probably find that you come up with some new ideas. The other thing that is quite clever with this is, if it's not flowing, if you're not having ideas, try putting the pen in your opposite hand, because it engages the other side of your brain. And your writing will be messy, yes, but try writing and see if something different comes out. That's it for today. Go and take action on this. You can either do it on paper, take a photograph, and put that in the group because we'd love to see it, or you could write them straight into the group. It's totally up to you how you want to do it, but I would love for you to share, because I think people find it really useful to see what's going on in other people's heads and other people's worlds, and it gives them ideas as well. So love that you're on this, love that you're taking action. I will be here tomorrow with day 4. Remember to do the hashtag. What was the hashtag? Hashtag my core message, I think was the hashtag. I reckon it was. Go do this, have fun with it, because it is actually quite fun. I enjoy doing this exercise, and I will speak to you soon. Okay, bye.